and if something comes up, if I see something that's been tweeted, either gets a wild hair up my ass about something I see, or if I just want to encourage someone or give them a high five saying, keep doing what you're doing, or if I point to something I think is going to unfold in the marketplace, I pick up the phone, I type it out, I'll snap a chart and share it. But this week has been, it was hard. This is a difficult week for me. I've been trying to be a good husband to my wife, which is a normal thing, but we're trying to land this property. I've been working on it since July when they first listed it. And I had a signed offer in July, and then I pulled out of that offer because we found out that it had a conservation easement and the septic system was encroaching upon that. And I wanted to have some surveys done and inspections done. And I didn't trust that the property would have those things in my favor because our buying agent recommended that we didn't buy it because I have a Class A RV, and RV, it's not a cheap one. It's not like a Winnebago type thing. It's a pretty high end unit, and I wanted to be able to bring that to that property. And she said that it's probably not a good idea to get the property because it doesn't look like they allow that. So there is no HOA there, but we were made to believe that there was because of the paperwork. Long story short, and you're probably all getting bored already with this, but I ended up outbidding another buyer. And $2 million property in this kind of climate, there's not a lot of people out there trying to do that, at least not in Harford County. The property sat there for a little while, and I put a second offer in. Now, I knew they were entertaining another offer, so I went in a little bit higher than I was originally offering. They wanted $1,975,000 as their lowest one. I contacted them privately. I said, listen, what's your lowest to take and seal the deal up? That was the number they gave me. So I went in with that offer. The only other offer they had was coming in with no inspections, all cash. Well, I was all cash anyway. So to beat them out, to make sure they didn't even entertain them anymore on Sunday, I went in with no inspections the whole show. And they signed. After the offer said, okay, we're pulling out. If you're not going to give us a signed contract, we're done. Well, as you can see, if you pull up that property I shared, and a lot of you are like, why would you do that? What do I got to worry about? Because it's public record. I want folks to understand something, okay? Vinny E-Mini, Vincent Marchi from Texas. Yes, I'm saying your name again, okay? I extended myself to have a conversation with you in front of everybody, okay? You and I have talked all week in text and in email, and I don't give a fuck if you show what I said to you, because what I said was sincere. You want some kind of closure to this, okay? And I was willing to work with you in that regard. But the same bullshit drama that you keep going on and on and on about because you think this is going to be a version of me back in 2012 through 2016. But you're doing it all wrong, man. Yes, I wanted everybody that had a following on Twitter, and I called them all fakes. I said, trade better than me. I did that. I did all that stuff. And yes, I got a following from that. I was like the Steve Austin on Twitter with a demo account. I disarmed everybody. What are you going to say about me? I'm coming at you with a demo account, but I can trade better than you, call better than you, execute better than you. Not just you, Vinny, everyone. And what are you going to say about me? What are you going to say? Nothing. Because your words don't mean shit, man. You put up stuff and you lie. You take a little bit of truth and you mix it in with all kinds of bullshit. Do you think anybody that's studied my stuff, that's making money right now, gives a flying fuck what you make a video about? They don't. Now, I'm going to say this because I said I was going to do this in a live stream. I invited you to do a live stream, and I would call in I even said that I will even tell you right before I call in, I will text you and let you know I'm getting ready to call in. These are all the things I stated I would do because you feel like you need this. Okay, fine. I'll help you with that because you're wrestling with something that I don't even think this is going to fix for you. You've done more damage to your own brand than anybody could have done, dude. You got to stop. It's toxic. Yes, I was there on Twitter years ago. I don't know exactly when this was in terms of months because, dude, my life in the last 6 years has been a whirlwind. I have so many people I'm contending with as students, people trying to still come into mentorship. Stop fucking asking me to join the mentorship. I'm teaching for free. Stop. What else do you want? I'm giving it for free. But you started something with a guy named Adam Webb. Now, I don't know all the details of how it began, but I'm going to tell you what I know. I know Tom Dante, Tom Pisson, whatever the fuck his last name is pronounced like, Adam Webb. They were both trying to dox me. Adam Webb said he was going to do a trading competition and said, you give me your personal information. And he literally wanted me to give me, him, all of my personal information. What the fuck do you need my personal information for, dude? Go into the fucking competition and then let's see who does what. I already knew this piece of shit couldn't trade. And then at the time, I don't know how it started with you, Vinny, and Adam, but something happened and you guys started. And Tom, Adam, and you and me, we were going back and forth in DMs. And I felt that you had brass and you were like, well, fuck it, let's go. If you want to trade, let's trade. I saw you trading, dude. You were talking to me, and right before this drama, right before this shit blew up on Twitter, I told you I would love to sit in and invite all of my audience to watch what you do. I told you I was going to do that. I fucking told you I was going to do that. And the very next fucking day, you get out there on Twitter and you start blasting. Now, I'm trying to build my brand up. Everybody's talking about, oh, well, Chris Laurie, listen, okay. I did not learn shit from Chris Laurie except for the term Asian range. I don't even use an Asian range like he does. I teach it as a multiplication of that range extended down and above the marketplace. That's it. I don't even do anything with him. And I actually clarify where his limited exposure in teachings about liquidity voids, which there really isn't a liquidity void in the sense like he's teaching it. And I expounded it on that. And you all are seeing it. I know when the void is going to close and I know what's going to stay open. You don't get that from him. And I'm not here to trash him, but I'm so tired of all these boys hanging around in circles talking about how, oh yeah, ICT learned this and ICT's Chris Laurie's secretary. Let me tell you something. You never see Chris Laurie execute shit. Period. I'm out here proving it. I'll call a level, then I'll execute on it. Vinny, you know I can trade. You wanted one of us who had a bigger following to give you a lift. You know what? You're trashing me constantly, and I was the only motherfucker that was willing to do it for you. And you went out there and started causing some ruckus. And I'm trying to build my brand up at the same time. Dude, how am I going to co-sign with you? I'm going to, hey, look at this. This guy's going nuts, getting down in the dirt. And maybe you should have, okay, after learning what this whole thing was going on about, because I only know what was coming from Adam Webb and Tom through DM. I don't know what the fuck you're actually doing. I don't know what he's actually saying to you. I mean, Hitman, you're gonna hear the ice cream man. I don't see Joe Biden around here. Give him a couple minutes, he might show up. Oh shit, he went there. I don't know what the details were about what was going on, what you were saying to one another, but I know it got real dirty. It got nasty. And yes, I know he made some public remarks about your wife. And I stepped back immediately. I was like, okay, listen, everybody that knows me knows that I don't pull punches. If you are going to stand in front of me, I'm going to run on top of you. If you dare me, I'm going to run over top of you. I'm never going to say anything about anybody's family. And I wouldn't want anybody fucking with my family. But Vinny, you're fucking with my family. And my patience is fucking gone. You understand what I'm telling you? It's fucking gone. I tried to be a civil gentleman about this whole thing. I tolerated a bunch of bullshit from you. You lie. You fucking talk all this bullshit. And again, I extended. Again, I said, listen, let's squash this stuff. I'm in agreement. Yes. You got beat up on Twitter years ago. And listen, I had a following. I could have very easily stepped out there and said, hey, you know what? Fuck you, Adam Webb. Fuck you for doing what you're doing. But I felt that you were handling yourself. You did not give me any inclination at the time when you first started going to war with this guy, like you were needing any assistance. And you're telling me you reached out to me, dude. You have any fucking idea how many people try to reach out to me? I have so many people constantly. Then when I was accepting DMs, I don't DM anybody because of all this bullshit. I couldn't keep up with who was fucking reaching out to me. My own fucking students who paid me couldn't even fucking reach me. They still can't. I have 80 some thousand fucking emails. There's no way I can humanly fucking go through those emails. I can't. And it's not because I'm a dick. It's not because I'm blowing you off. I just can't do it. I cannot find the time to, if I just answered all those fucking emails, you would never hear from me. Nobody would ever learn anything. I couldn't make a video. My wife would probably divorce me. Knowing what you've told me, what you had to endure, dude, I'm sorry I didn't rise up and fucking smash this fucking guy. But literally, I tried to stay the fuck away from that. I didn't want to be involved in that because it got into the line of family. Am I wrong for doing that? I'm sure in your eyes, you're going to say so. In other people's eyes, they might think, oh, you should have did that. You should have did that. But at the time, man, I was managing people that were having high expectations of me. And my whole day was nothing but 17 hours of that bullshit. Constantly trying to keep people on the right page, making sure they got access to their accounts. I mean, initially it was just me doing it all. And it was a lot. Nobody from my fucking household or me ever sent anybody to threaten you or your fucking family. That never fucking happened. And you need to stop talking that bullshit. It never happened. You put all this fucking horse shit out there because you want to make a name for yourself. Dude, I told you, listen, stop all your bullshit, stop all your fucking lies, and just say, you know what? I was pissed off at you. I wanted to get your attention. You've had my attention. You've had my attention. I've told you, listen, I'm not sure what the fuck you're trying to go on about, but you're not taking me down, motherfucker. Okay? That's not happening. I'm gonna go up fucking hard. I'm about to hit the afterburner. I'm gonna ready to go up into this fucking stratosphere. Now, either you can squash this shit and start repairing the image that you've tarnished for yourself, because honestly, before all that shit happened, when you used to reach out to me, when you were just say, hey man, take a look at this, take a look at that. I looked at your channel. I watched you. I watched what you were doing. I didn't understand what the hell you were doing. There's too many things on the chart. But I saw you were trading. And that's why I told Tom, I said, honestly, I don't think Adam can fucking trade. But Vinny does trade. And you seem like you had it under control. Why do I need to jump out there? Listen, I don't need to do this with you. It could be just as easy for me to sit back and just let you talk out your ass, make up all this bullshit, and watch you never really grow. But I understand if you think that you're owed something and you're going to just go at it constantly, like I told you in email, there's a lot of traits that you and I share. Once you get something in your head, you're just going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And unfortunately, in this instance, you're trying to promote something that I'm actively proving the other side of the coin is the reality of it all. I absolutely can fucking trade. And there is absolutely not a motherfucker walking on Twitter, not on fucking YouTube, not at Goldman Sachs, not at fucking JP Morgan. Bring your motherfucking shit. Let's fucking go. One account number shown publicly. I will roast all of your motherfucking asses. You want to come here with your posse with people? I will do 10 times your whole fucking clique. Let's go. I don't know why the fuck you guys are all pretending like I didn't show up here to dance. I'm here. Let's go. Why the fuck do you think I came back to Twitter? I came back here for all that smoke. Give me all that shit. You put it in my hand, I'm not passing it. I want all of it. Why is it so hard to understand? We can have fun doing it. I don't have to be a dick about it. But you all had some fun. All these years, you had all kinds of fucking fun. I'll let you have it. Talking all that shit. Oh, ICT. Oh, ICT that. And you guys make me a bigger deal than I am just because you talk about me. Sitting around, oh, yeah, but ICT didn't do this, but ICT didn't do that. If I stop, none of you ever will be able to do what I've done. I forgot more than you're ever going to learn. So, yes, Benny, you want an apology? I am absolutely 100% sorry. I did not, number one, see your need to have backup to smash a fucking fraud like Adam Webb. Okay. I mean that. I wish I would have said, you know what? Fuck you, Adam. You're a piece of shit. I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have done it. Because Tom didn't want to do it. He's pussy. He's still scared of you. And you say you have a friendship with him. You don't have a fucking friendship. You have somebody that doesn't want to see you doing this shit to them. And have you noticed it hasn't done a fucking thing to me? It hasn't done anything to me. I sat back here, let you feel like you're living in a B movie. You're some fucking Bond villain. Or maybe it's vice versa. I'm the Bond villain and you're James Bond. Whatever. When that guy called you up, I believe you identified him as Shane Fields. I don't know that to be certain. So for public record, I don't know, and I'm not saying that's a fact. I don't know that. But somebody sent me a heads up, said, "Hey, look at this. Look what's going on." And I went over to your channel that day, and you were sitting there and you were going at it with somebody screaming and hollering. And that man, whoever he was, and I don't know for certain if it is, because I'm only going by what you say to the public, but you stated, it's my neighbor's kid acting up in case you hear that. So I don't have little ones. When that guy starts yelling at you, saying that he's going to do something to you and your family, I was in your chat room. You can actually go back and look at your recording of that, and you'll see me saying, "This is fake. This is a skit." That's me in there saying that. I'm really in there as it's happening live because I honestly thought until he started threatening your kids, when he said, he's going to come down there and, and see you face to face, that's just, in my mind, I think that was just you working out a pantomime. You're just trying to get some kind of an attention, some kind of crowd. But when the shit started talking about how the children are going to get hurt, I was like, what the hell? That twisted my stomach up because I was like, okay, I don't think anybody would go this far with it. Even you, looking at it backwards, I still wouldn't think you would do something like that. And some of the things that guy said, I'm going to be real honest with you. Whoever that was, they need to go to jail. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about it. That's not normal. That's not fucking something that anybody should endure. I believe you have tools in your home to take care of anything that might happen like that. But the uncertainty of anyone feeling like they got to live like that, wondering if somebody's going to come to their home, that's something that nobody should live with. And I have a wife, and I saw what that was like to see that, and I had to turn it off. Like I couldn't watch that anymore. Now, I can sit up here and talk all Billy Badass shit as a trader, but when it comes to children, I can't fathom anything like that happening. And it pisses me off that you say these things like I had something to do with it. I have nothing to do with it. I told you, if you have any fucking proof, prove it. Prove it. Because there is none, dude. I had nothing to do with that. I thought it was all faked in the beginning until that person started saying those things. And I had to get my wife. I said, look at this. Look what's going on. And we were genuinely concerned about you. But you mentioned all this bullshit. We lawyered up and we can't talk. Nothing was being said to you. Nothing was being said to you at all. I sat back quietly and waited and waited and waited and waited. You sent me a cease and desist letter in the mail, certified, and some hillbilly knock on my door looking like he's dressed up like Amazon part-time worker. You should have seen this guy. He's a clown. 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. I opened the door wide because I was expecting to be recorded. I don't let the whole world. I don't give a fuck. Look at me. Talking about how I hacked your phone, hacked your computers, did all this bullshit. And later on, you did a real low, under the radar comment in one of your videos where you said, no, somebody else did it. They framed ICT. Dude, I am a fucking straight arrow. I do everything legal except for speeding sometimes with cars, admittedly. And sometimes I don't wear my seatbelt. Most of the time, I don't wear my seatbelt. I wear my seatbelt when I see a police officer, but most of the time, I don't wear my seatbelt. But dude, you're going on with this like it's gonna amount to something. It's not. You said you're going to do a lawsuit. Bring it, because I can do all these things and prove everything I've ever said. None of my students make money, you said. Now I put it out there for free and showed the few people in my mentorship that felt like they were scammed because they can't do it themselves. Now there's people out there in the world doing it for free. They've learned how to do it for free. I did exactly what I taught my students to do. The very things in that mentorship, they learned how to do that. And they didn't want to put it to work. Period. Do I know if any of your students make money? Personally, I don't know. I haven't seen anybody. There's that guy, what's his name? Curtis somebody, Curtis B or Curtis something. I know it's something Curtis. He's supposed to be your right-hand man. Why doesn't he be a representative? Because look, I know you can trade. And you know I can trade. The whole fucking world knows I can trade. I don't need to show anymore. I know that everybody knows that I know how to do this. But you should have a prize student, right? You should have someone out there that can represent you and not talk shit, not talk trash. You don't need to do that, man. We're past all that stuff. And I've said this before back in the early days when you were reaching out to me. I said, I'll bring my audience to you and show them what you got. I was the only one, dude. The only motherfucker that was going to give you time of day then. Nobody else was even fucking with you. So just lay it down. There's nothing's going to come. Look, let me tell you something. All this kind of stuff does is make me want to stay out here doing more. That's all it does. It just makes me want to do more by contrast. You said you had a $100,000 pickup truck. I went out and bought a $100,000 pickup truck. You said I flip cars. I don't flip cars. I flip ownership of them. When I'm sick of them, I'll take them back. And when I found GPS units on my shit, I traded them in and got something new. You said you live in $1 million house. I went out and bought a $2 million house. Whatever you say you're going to do, I'm going to publicly do it above and beyond. Just to let you know politely, you can't keep up. Have you paid attention to that? Because that's exactly what I've been doing. I've been doing that shit all year. Talking options lady said I would never go into a TD Ameritrade account. Well, I did that. Double the account. And your math is wrong, bro. If you put 25,000 in and you make 100% return on $25,000, that's $50,000. Okay? I was over $50,000. Less than 5 weeks of trading. And yes, there wasn't a lot of trading, but I was also doing things, showing students, saying, look, this is the situation you're talking about. I'm going to show you that in a real account. You're not privy to all that. They know who that is. They know who they are. They're in my mentorship. But I showed them things that they would have to contend with, and it's still double the account. Now, do I think that doubling an account, in a month's time is something that a new student can do or should be expected to do? No, fuck no, absolutely not. I tell everybody, try to aim for 6% for the entire month. And that's going to be a lofty goal for someone brand new. I don't get there and tell people trade with fucking a discount broker and try to push to your edge and do nut shit. I don't do that. And I did not use a rented MT4 server when I was trolling Sean Lee on Twitter. When I did the 5,000 to several $1,000,000, I ran that demo account, which I made public. I made that public. I did that doing what you all see me doing in TradingView. But I was pushing it sometimes to 5% of trade. I don't know why the fuck you guys keep thinking that it's anything but what I've already said. I've already said this. It's public. Where's the folks that says that it's all fake and it's a rent to MT4 server when I'm pointing to the levels beforehand, sometimes the day before, and then you actually see me going in with the things I actually taught in the YouTube channel, executing precisely, and it goes to targets and I'm executing. What do you do with that? You ignore it because that's apparently what's going on. You all want to hate me because you don't like the fact that I'm able to show receipts now. And you don't like it because I keep saying Robbins. The only interesting competition I'd ever have where I don't have to have this bullshit because when I show proof, it's never enough. Dude, I'm 50 years old. My energy level for this kind of shit is dwindling. And I put myself out here and I share what I have because none of you understand what's about to happen. Shit's about to go upside down in the United States and everywhere else. That's the reality of it all. And you're in here fucking talking about stupid shit. You claim to be a Trump supporter or a Republican or conservative. Can you not see what's about to happen? And you're consuming your day and year with making up Mickey Mouse shit about me. You got nothing from it, man. That's it. You got nothing from it. And when people see your stuff and you have, like, I don't do meta tags or anything like that in my channel. Like, I don't do any of that kind of stuff. I don't advertise. I don't push anything. But you revved up that algorithm with my name, and people come there looking for burning rubber in a train wreck. And the only thing they see me doing is burning rubber and tires where I'm smoking everybody by contrast. So you've helped me grow my channel, Vincent, and I appreciate that. But you're doing it in a way where it's not helpful to you. Like at some point, you're going to cross this threshold where it's no longer possible for you to salvage this brand that you've created for yourself. And I've said this in private and I'll say it publicly. I think you're a good speaker. I think you're a good orator when you're on topic and you don't deviate. And I think when you don't go all hillbilly and start cussing and ranting and raving, and I'm capable of doing it, everybody knows that. But when you stay on task, I think you're a good speaker. I don't understand what it is that you actually do in your product. Like I don't know what you're doing. And I sincerely said that I would be willing to take myself into a setting and you go over like because you said I didn't say this out there without knowing anything about it, but you claimed that you took one of my concepts and put it into automation in your product. I sincerely said I would love to see that in action. I didn't want to see the actual code. I'm not trying to look at the code and say, okay, now I'm going to go out and put that. Fuck all that. But you said you've automated it. There's a lot of guys out there saying they've automated a lot of my things, or at least trying to, and they've not been successful yet. At least not that I'm aware of. But I have dozens of them actively trying to take what I've taught in mentorship and trying to formulate a way of doing it. And there's people out there that have the fair value gap is an indicator on TradingView now. There's guys out there. You ever seen the guy? What's it? Stacking pips or something. Some guy. Yeah, I'm the real guy. I'm the real deal because my indicator is $7. It's the order block. It shows you how the banks trade. This fucking guy doesn't even know what an order block is. If you said you've coded it, I'm taking you on face value that you said you coded it. I would like to see you show that. I would like to be an audience that you and I sit down and talk. You tell me what you did with it. I'd like to see it. What didn't you fucking understand, man? Like, if I say I'm going somewhere, people are going to come there and see, what the hell is he looking at? And because you created this circus-like atmosphere, this carnival, you don't think people are going to show up if I say I'm coming to your fucking house, do a live stream, I'm going to be in there talking to you. You don't think that's going to be the highest fucking viewed thing on your channel? Because that's the only thing that shows views. You put my name in your videos. or put my logo in your thumbnail, that's where your views are coming from that. You can change all that, man, and just squash this shit. Like, I'm elevating constantly. And I haven't had to give you any kind of drama or any kind of lies, bullshit, nothing. I've been steady Eddie. I don't get it, man. You've had the apology now. You hear it. Everybody hears it. I wish I would have stood up for you when you needed me to do it. But and honestly, I thought that you were able to handle it. And I thought you were just going a little too ballistic. And some of you on Twitter seem to think that it's appropriate to talk in terms of people's families and you reach outside the person. And I have backpedaled a lot because of what you and Adam went through. Because you both did shit to each other. You can say you were this and innocent. Nah. He did the family stuff. I know that. And that's wrong. Nobody should have that fucking shit done to them. Nobody should have their fucking family attacked. But dude, listen to me. Listen to the person talking to you right now. There ain't never been anybody on Twitter that's had more bullshit, lies, and fake fucking shit and family stuff done to them like you have done to mine. You owe me a fucking apology. You owe me a fucking apology for the lies and the shit that you said about me and my fucking family. You said we're running fraud. Ain't true. You said terrible things about my fucking children. You said terrible things about my fucking wife. You said things about me that ain't even fucking true, dude. And people are going to remember that stuff. And I'm willing to even now still give you the opportunity to fucking kill it, man. Just stop it because it's not working. Like, seriously, it's not working. None of that stuff's making your channel grow, and it's not diminishing me. This guy, Sam, what's his face over there in the UK? I guess he's from the UK. Acting Billy Badass. I challenged ICT 3 times, and he fucking bailed. He's scared. No, I said put $50,000 in a Robin's account and log in, showed the login with the same account number you plan to win with. That means you're really in there. Show the emails from Robin showing that you are verified and registered, which is what I did years ago. And every pussy motherfucker never showed up after that. So, yes, I registered multiple years, but never funded. Hello. How about that? Again, a little bit of truth, a whole lot of bullshit. Nobody ever fucking shows up. You all want to talk about FTMO. What the fuck? Fuck FTMO. That's not a fucking a way of saying somebody knows how to fucking trade. If that's a way for you to start making money, and that's how you have to go that route, then go it. Go that route while you can. They may not be around forever. But if someone's going to say, let's see who the better trader is, let me define what that means. Okay. So that way we all understand exactly what inner circle trader means when he says the better trader. You go into what the industry standard is. What does everybody else in the industry have to use for margin? Period. You go into a CFTC regulated broker. Period. You cannot be faking anything when you show the single account number beforehand. Everybody sees it. So all the bullshit that everybody wants to claim, oh yeah, ICT's running because then he's going to prove there's 5 accounts. What the fuck are you going on about, dude? I said one account number. How the fuck can anybody fake that? How the fuck can I've already shown you a TD Ameritrade account, full account number, logged in every single day. I'm ready. I'm fucking ready, man. Like I am ready. What's this guy? Raja Banks. I don't know anything about this guy. Talking about, oh, well, we're going to do this. We're going to go into my private broker. Dude, they take MT4 in Robbins. Go over there and make a name for yourself. Sam, same thing. Why can't we all, seriously, fuck the bullshit, okay? Fuck the bullshit. Fuck all the Mickey Mouse bullshit drama. Why can't we all simply just go into that motherfucker and just have fun? Let's just see who can do what. That's all. Whoever wins it, wins it. Whoever doesn't go into it never has a fucking point to ever speak about it because you're a bitch. Why is that so hard to understand? Like, I'm not trying to be a dick to everybody. I'm not trying to piss on everybody's, you know, identity. And SG, listen to me. I heard somebody talking, saying, "Oh yeah, you know, ICT put up a Deadpool fucking wallpaper, and that was subliminal message to SG." Let me tell you something. That had absolutely nothing to do with you. I gave you flowers on your YouTube channel when you started doing your thing, okay? And you said, "Thanks, man. I appreciate everything you've done for me." Dude, done. But I have a lot of people doing that. I blocked you because you started talking toxic and people were responding to you with my name in the tweets. So I don't want to see that shit. I don't even know how you trade anymore. If you went and did something different, God bless you, do it. I don't give two fucks about people that's traded with me and my logic and said, you know what, I don't like this, I'm going to something else. I'd be interested to know what it is that you've done differently, because just morbid curiosity, publicly. Okay. I have a lot of fucking students, tons of fucking students. I cannot be the perfect mentor to everyone. Some individuals came to me and they want something that is a flash in the pan where it goes, okay, now this is when you do something. It automates it. So, okay, here's the billboard sign flashing on the chart saying, now's the time to do this very thing. Some of my students really are looking for that because they can't see it. They can't identify it for what it is. They don't have the discipline to follow it. They don't know how to trust the logic and stay with it. And if you've automated something, you have removed all of that subjectivity and you made it objective. It's either win or lose, it's right or wrong. That's what it's highlighting, and then there it is. And if you have created that and you found a way to automate that, I'm genuinely interested in that, because if you've done it and you've demonstrated it, then I'd say, you know what, that's a valid thing. It's actually occurring. He's done it. For anybody that has ever wanted to do the automated side of things and they just don't have the capability of doing it on their own manually, I've already told you, I don't want a kickback. I don't want you paying me nothing. I don't give a fuck, dude. But if you're looking for props and like you're losing your little spurt of money, I could do 25% every single day, day in and day out. Test me and see. Test me and see. Now, I could see here and be the prick and arrogant motherfucker that I am capable of becoming very easily right now. But it needs to stop. If you all think you're going to get clout because you mentioned my name and oh, he ran away. I didn't run away from Adam Webb. Adam Webb had no fucking intentions of trading. And the proof is he bitched out with you, Vinny. I told Tom in private, I said, Adam Webb can't trade, period. I have never said I had a net worth of $750 million. That's some bullshit. What else was there I had to touch on here? The two guys. The two guys that tapped me on the shoulder. Let me tell you something. I don't give a flying fuck what any of you believe. I don't give a fuck. The question you need to ask is, how did I get all this? And I'm going to let you drown in it. Because no matter what I tell you, you're never going to believe me. Those that don't want to believe anything, it doesn't matter. I can go out there and win that Robins Cup and smack the shit out of Larry Williams' record, and it'll still feel like, oh, well, he did something different. Somebody else traded for him. But if we're all going to talk shit about each other, and you talk shit about anybody ever, especially this year, you should go into that Robins Cup like everybody else. I'll be there if you want to go into it. I don't know why it's such a hard thing to do. It's like fucking pulling teeth. No Novocaine. Just have fun with it. And in the winter can talk their shit, get their flowers, and then there it is. It's done. I'm not trying to work up another mentorship. I'm not trying to sell nothing. I just want to fucking hang out with everybody and just get people that are not aware of what's coming prepared and have a clean conscience about it all. Shit's toxic right now. No, social media is going to get even worse when people start losing the ability to be able to feed themselves. People are going to get loose and start doing shit that's nuts. And I don't want to have to defend myself with friends dressed in brass because some of you out here on a different team get a case of the ass and say, you know what? I'm going to visit ICT. If you visit me, just know, run up and get done up. And Vinny, you have invited that type of stuff with the way you talk to people. And I've said this before, you can't do those types of things and not expect people showing up. Eventually, somebody's going to act up and do something dumb. And none of my followers, and I'm saying that with quotes, I call you my students, but some of you are fucking fanatical. Like, you need to tone it the fuck down. Like, some of you literally want to go out there and go to war with people just because they said something bad about me. If I'm not losing sleep with what Vinny's fucking doing, why the fuck would you lose any sleep over someone saying that I'm a fake demo fraud? Think about it. This fucking guy in Texas has put everything he could think of on the internet about me. Like everything. He's whatever the fuck it is, you could call somebody negative. He's done that with me. And here I am every single day, pointing to where the market's going, and then I'm executing and showing you. Anybody else doing that for fucking free? No. I don't have another mentorship, starting up. And you know what? I was going to write books. I have them. I have them right now. They're ready to go. But you know what happens if I do that? These same little bitches that sit around and talk shit about me. Oh, see, this is where he's getting his next bit of money. No, I don't need to do that. I'm going to release them for fucking free. So go fuck yourself. Enjoy working the rest of your fucking life. I don't need to do anything. I choose to do these things because I want to do these things. I am a teacher at heart. And yes, there ain't a fucking trader alive that can beat me, period. Come. There's another Vinny over there on, what's the hell is it? He's had a little podcast. He tried to put some comments in my videos, and you know who the fuck you are, Mr. Two Pips. All you got to do is step. Talking all that bullshit. Oh, he's making up some dumb shit. Come on, motherfucker. I will light you on fire, and I'll give you a name that everybody will remember you by. I don't know why you guys keep ducking it. One account, full account number, third party audited, whole year. That's how you know someone can fucking trade better. Trading better is working with the industry standard margins, a full fucking year, not, I'll do a competition with you. Let's run it up for a week. Get the fuck out of here. You'll definitely think it was fucking luck for me for 1 week. So remove all that. A whole fucking calendar year. I can close a year. I can close that motherfucker. I will bring the fucking curtain down. But y'all listen to these guys with these fake fucking MT4 servers. They're their own brokers. What prevents them from going out there and doing that? There's no excuse for, oh, well, I'm going to do it with multiple accounts and prove it's a fraud. It's not a fucking fraud if you announce what your full account number is and you make it public before any trades are made. Done. I traded at TD Ameritrade with my account number exposed. Nothing happened. Nothing fucking happened. There's an excuse for every fucking person out there that's going to hide from this. I'm not hiding from it. I'm out here begging it. What is it? I showed a screenshot years ago on Twitter. I was trolling Sean Lee from Astro Effects because he would always show like the MyFX results, which shows you had this many trades and your profit is this and your margin being used or whatever the hell it is. And I was like, you have any idea how easy that is to fake? So I put up one of those bullshit posts where it seems like, hey, I'm trying to motivate you. And I literally left the fucking negative symbol off as a fucking joke. Like I was literally joking him. This same guy that put a voice message, he didn't type it out. He put a little voice message. And he was like, yeah, bitch, come to the UK and I'll cut your fucking throat. Well, motherfucker, you travel all over the world. Come down here. I'll put a knife in your hand. You'll fucking give me a shave, bitch. I showed up on Twitter, disappeared. Ghost town. He knew what was coming. But we ain't got to be toxic about it. Why can't we all just have fucking fun? Why can't we have fucking fun You can bitch talk and talk shit about each other, but don't bring family into it, man. Why the fuck would you even reach for something like that? It makes no fucking sense. My wife has been a fucking mess since last November about all this bullshit. She fucking is a wreck. My daughter, we moved her out of state because she is literally on medication for anxiety over this fucking shit, Vincent. You keep putting up shit saying I've done something to your family. The only thing that's happened consistently and it's ever happened is you've done the very things that you have said I've done. And you're proving it every fucking day, every week, every month. And it's up there. And it's not even true. None of that shit's true. And some of you out there, oh, why you entertain these haters? And then why are you doing this and why are you doing that? Because I'm married to a woman that's tore up about all this stuff. That's why. To me, I don't give a fuck. Dude, they've always made fun of me. That doesn't bother me. You think I give a fuck what these fucking clowns think about me? Dude, I am loaded. I was loaded before you met me. Period. None of this shit bothers me. That's why I stepped back. When I saw that you two on Twitter years ago were willing to go to each other's throats with family member stuff. You're out there, trying to tear him apart and he's throwing the family shit in there. I didn't want to be involved in that stuff because I have children. I had a wife who was always telling me I'm spending too much time on Twitter. Yeah, when I wasn't on Twitter, I missed it. And now I'm back on Twitter. I live on it. I treat it like texting a whole bunch of friends. I light your fucking phone up all the time. She doesn't like that, but she understands that this is my outlet. I get something in my head, I just put it out there. But I'm not going after people's fucking family. I'm not talking shit about somebody else's fucking family. And to say it when everything else proves otherwise, it becomes foolish at some point. But seriously, I mean, why can't everybody out there that thinks they have a name for themselves as a trader, if you can make money, here's the brass tacks of it all. If you can make money, that's awesome. If you do something that makes money that's not what I teach, well done. I'm not the only one and the only way of making money. There's a lot of people out there to make money. There are retail traders that trade retail logic and make money. I am of the persuasion that there's a better approach to learning how to read the marketplace. If you institute what I teach, you can make retail trading work for you because you're reversing the logic that retail traders are poisoned with. Linda Rasch, I guarantee she's not doing anything I'm teaching, but I know she's made money. So you also see me promote her book. Everything in that book is retail, street smarts. That's all retail logic. Nothing in there is super insider type stuff. They're little basic little patterns that repeat, but you have to understand the conditions that make those patterns viable. I teach narrative market conditions where market structure technically will give you the edge that you're looking for. And you don't need to have the indicators. The indicators, hey, if you need an indicator to tell you when to do something, okay, whatever. But you have to have the basis behind those candles correct, or that shit ain't going to do nothing for you. Too many people out here talking with my name in their mouth for all the wrong reasons. You want clout? Go earn it the right way. Talking shit, and they've always talked shit about me. And I just keep floating higher and higher and higher. More shit. Guess what? I rise above all that. I'm not sinking. I'm not fucking going away. If you noticed, I stay off of topics that would keep me on Twitter. Well, let me say that right. I stay off of topics that will allow me to stay on Twitter because if I talked about the things that I would say, like on the SoundCloud or what I had in my private mentorship in the discussions, political things, they would remove my account. And some of you would love to see that happen. and say, oh, he ran away. It got too hot on Twitter again. He ran away, because that shit ain't true either. Nobody ran me to fuck off of Twitter, Tommy. I left it when they started censoring my fucking tweets, because I told everybody back then that Trump was going to win and they were going to use him as a fall guy. And look around. And please shut the fuck up, because I didn't vote for him. I've never voted in my life, ever, because my vote won't count, because it's all rigged. Reagan was your last president, last duly elected president. And if that fucking bothers you, unfollow. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm not here for fucking friends. I'm here for all the smoke. I'm here for anybody that ever want to talk that shit. I'm here. And when this year closes, I'm going to tell you, nobody fucking stepped. Nobody did shit like I fucking told you last year. Nobody did it. Not one fucking person. Not no fucking Sam. Not no fucking Vinny. Not no other Vinny on the fucking podcast shit. I don't even know where the hell it's at. I saw it. Some guy sent it to me. This guy's talking shit about you. Yeah. Bring your 2 pips bullshit. Yeah, I did 92 trades with 2 pips each. Yeah. I'll do fucking 1 and lap you. How's that work for you? You didn't see the best of mine. I've never shown you that. You will not see that. I hold back a ton of shit. And there are students in my mentorship that infuriates. You promised to teach everything. The fuck I did. I did not say that. I told you everything that I'm willing to teach, and it will be profitable. And I've given away one fucking model using the logic that I taught in mentorship. And it's all over the fucking internet, people making money with it. It's undeniable. You wanted evidence, I gave it to you on a silver platter. It's not transferable knowledge. He's the only one who can do it. They're doing it. It only works in demo. They're pulling out real money. It's something renamed. It's Wyckoff. It's not. It's supply and demand. It's not. I have students from Chris Laurie. I have students from Sam Seiden. I have students from fucking years of trading with Wyckoff. And they will tell you in honesty, this is absolutely completely different. I'm sorry if it doesn't taste good, but swallow. It's the way it is. If none of you all would have rose up and tried to talk that shit, you never would have heard this side of me. But I'm just answering the bullshit. I'm answering the bullshit. Chris Laurie backed out of seminars with me. We were going to do a circuit of seminars. And a bunch of you little bitches out there ran to him and sent emails. Oh, yeah, ICT's a fraud. And if you're going to do this, I'm not going to come to your thing. You probably never were fucking coming anyway. But because he's image oriented, he sent me an email and said, yeah, we're going to take a rain check on that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. Who's where? That's all I'm saying. Look at who is where. Do I think that he's still someone you can learn from? Yes. He's the only one I nod and say, take a look at his stuff. But it's basic. It's like better than what you would get in any retail stuff, but it's basic. And that's not being disrespectful. That's being an honest opinion. I've maintained that all the time, the whole time. I brought him more business than he's ever had in his life, simply because I say those words. He's never paid me anything. I've never been in business with him. And Vinny, I never worked on Baby Pips. I was not part of their fucking staff. The bullshit you just said the other day and put on your video saying, oh, I was part of the Baby Pip staff and I was caught sock puppeting, when that wasn't true. I literally took an email that they sent me and said, yeah, we found your ISP address attached to another account. I had one account. And none of you all would have never known this. I took that public. I said, this is bullshit. I did not do these types of things. And none of you would have known about it. So why the hell would I have brought that to Baby Pips forum and said, this is what it is? And they admitted, while it's unlikely, it could have